Have you ever felt like you're fighting a battle inside your own head just to get stuff done? I think we all have. Well, what if I told you that discipline isn't about restriction or punishment or being hard on yourself? What if it's actually the key to mastering your own mind and unlocking real freedom? Okay, let's get into it.
I mean, we just have to start here because this quote just nails it, right? This idea of an instant gratification monkey. It perfectly captures that little voice in our heads that's constantly pulling us toward distraction. You know the one. It's the part of our brain that wants the easy, quick reward, even when we should be focused on something way more important.
Yeah, I figured it would. That feeling, that internal tug of war, it's not some personal failing on your part. It's just part of being human. It's this constant battle between our big long-term goals and that little monkey who just wants a cookie right now. And the thing is, the cost of letting that monkey win, even for a few seconds, is way higher than you might think.
So, what is the real cost of giving in? Well, a study from way back in 2003 found that every single time we get distracted by something like an email, it takes us about 64 seconds to get fully back on task. They call it the switching cost. Now, if you do the math on that, it means we are wasting 1 minute out of every 6. That's almost 17% of our time just trying to get back to what we were doing in the first place. It's wild.
So how do we fight back against this? Most of us, our first instinct is to think, I just need more willpower. I need to try harder. But that's a total myth. See, true discipline isn't about brute force. It's about something much smarter and way more sustainable. Okay, let's really break this down because this difference is absolutely critical. Self-control, that's like trying to physically wrestle that monkey into submission. It's exhausting, right? It usually involves a lot of negative self-talk, and you just can't keep it up forever. But self-discipline, that's different. That's about observing the monkey. It's using awareness to notice the craving, to just acknowledge it without judgment, and then making a conscious choice to redirect your focus. It's not a battle, it's a skill. And really, this is the idea that changes everything. Your ability to focus, your attention span, it's not some fixed trait you were either born with or you weren't. You should think of it just like a muscle. And the best part about that is, like any muscle, you can actually strengthen it. You just need the right workout. All right, so if our focus is a skill we can train, what are the tools we need to start building it up? I want you to start thinking of yourself as the architect of your own focus. You need a blueprint, and you need the right tools to build a life that's, distraction-proof. This is the million-dollar question, isn't it? We live in a world with infinite options, infinite things pulling at our attention. Just deciding where to put that limited attention is maybe one of the hardest things we do. But luckily, there's a surprisingly simple strategy that comes from one of the most successful people on the entire planet. And here it is. It's Warren Buffett's famous two-list strategy, and it is just genius. Okay, step 1, you write down your top 25 goals, anything you want to accomplish. Step 2, you look at that list and circle the 5 that are the absolute most important to you. That becomes your list A. Now, here's the crucial part, the part everyone gets wrong. Step 3, what about those other 20 goals? They're not your B list or your work on these when you have time list. No, they become your avoid at all cost list. You give them 0 attention until you've crushed your top 5. And that is the big secret. Real focus isn't just about what you decide to do. It's actually defined by all the good things you decide not to do. Elimination is the key. You have to be disciplined enough to say no to some genuinely good ideas so that you have the space and the energy to say a huge yes to the truly great ones. Okay, so now we have a big picture strategy for what to focus on. But let's zoom in a little. How do we actually train that attention muscle day to day, even moment to moment? Well, we need a mental workout. And here it is. It's so simple, but this is like a bicep curl for your brain. Pick any routine task you normally do on autopilot, like washing the dishes, taking a shower, or just walking. As you do it, bring all of your attention to your senses. Really notice it. What does the warm water actually feel like on your hands? What does the soap smell like? What are the sounds the plates make? Now your mind is going to wander. It absolutely will. The workout is just to gently, without any judgment, guide it back to those sensations. Every time you do that, you've just done 1 rep. So, we've got a strategy to pick our focus and a workout to train our attention. But why bother with all this? What's the real payoff? Well, the reward is something I think we're all looking for. True freedom. I mean, this just lays it all out, doesn't it? The research shows this stark, night and day difference between a life run by impulse and one guided by discipline. On one side, people with low self-discipline report high stress, poor sleep, chaotic lives, and just feeling overwhelmed all the time. But on the other side, people with high self-discipline feel calmer, they sleep better, they're more organized, and they feel a sense of accomplishment. It's not about being a robot, it's about building a life that feels less chaotic and more intentional.
And that brings us to the ultimate paradox, the big takeaway. We tend to think of discipline as a cage, as a bunch of rules holding us back, but it's actually the complete opposite. It's the key that locks the cage. It's the tool that gives you the freedom to finally stop being a slave to that instant gratification monkey and to start being the architect of the life you actually want to live.
So I'll leave you with this one last question to think about. The power to master your mind, it's right there in your hands, and it starts with one simple choice. Using what we've talked about today, what is one thing, just one thing, you're going to say no to so that you can finally say a real powerful yes to what truly matters?